Okay, man, just so much craziness, man. I barely recovered from Twink Toilet's best friend's mother's cancer screen name to this pops up in my own subscription queue, right? I don't want to get on my knees, dog. I'm like, what is this, right? Another Crestfallen classic, right? I'm like, oh wow, so I jumped to it at first, like and I can't actually play the videos, we all know that. So I'm thinking, okay, so it's like a song or something, right? But then, like as it starts, and I'm gonna put the link to this video so you can see it yourself. The video is, oh my god, it's classic. I'm having a bad day at work today, so I'm like, fuck this, man. And this video will cheer you up every time. Dude, look at him. Now, it's not David Schumacher, right? But it turns out, well, it's David's younger brother, Richard Schumacher, right? But like I say, when you first played a video, if you didn't know, I've already spoiled it for you a little bit. You're like, oh, he's making this up, right? Because he kind of you would think it was some guy who kind of looks like David Schumacher, but no, and I don't want to move the video because this is where I've stopped. I've still have to continue it on. Uh, but anyway, yeah, David's younger brother, Richard Schumacher, okay, is mauled by a canine dog. Oh my God, after not following instructions of the officer. Now, what you'll see in the video, and maybe if I get to actually play the video, we're going to look at another aspect of this, and hopefully nobody's already jumped on this yet, but I think maybe they have. But anyway, yeah, so the dude, how do I phrase this? In the video, you see the cop. I don't want to lose my place. Hold on, let me just duplicate. I've got to get through these details. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my God, man. I hope I can get this video out in time before anybody else does this expose, dude. I'm telling you, I'm already, look, there's a tab waiting for you right there, dude. There's the money shot, man. So I'm like, okay, so this is how the video starts. You see, there's like handcuffs. You can see the hologram of handcuffs. So I'm like, okay, it's a start of a music video, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, but and then it starts. You're like, wait a second, and then you jump to the description, right? This still kills me. Canine dog. Oh my God. So anyway, as the video goes along, let me hear. Okay, so oh gosh. Hold on, let me pause it and get it to where I was talking about. Hold on a second. Okay, so the video starts out. It's just a cop going along. There's a line from the TCAP forts in Georgia on a deserted highway at 3 a.m. However Chris says that shit. Yeah. So this is what you see. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm still waiting for the music video to begin. Right? There's no sound at this point. There's no sound for a long time, man. It's silent. So I'm like, I'm still watching this. Now you just saw the face, and I'm like, okay, so this is some guy that he's going to make a music video about, because I think Crestfallen has sometimes done stuff on other predators, right? Yeah, eloquent chatters, right. Oh man, I hope I didn't get my facts mixed up. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, so I'm and here's why I was immediately thinking Schumacher anyway was because of Dawg, right? Because I was like, okay, he's doing a Schumacher thing, and it wasn't until actually, believe it or not, it wasn't until like later after the thing starts to play out, and you're like, oh my God, this is and then you see down here, that's when you start reading it. So anyway, this is what you see for like a good chunk of seconds. So let's jump forward a little bit. Okay, at this point, you've gone. If you were looking at the thing, we've gone like another 5 or 10 seconds of pure silence, and not just quiet. I mean silence. There's no sound whatsoever. So you're still wondering like what is going on, and so I'm just like whatever, okay. So let's keep moving forward. Now you can see like there's stoplights or whatever in the future up there. Hold on a second. Okay, so at this point, um, as I'm watching this, okay, I'm assuming by now I've looked down here and I'm like, okay, I've read this part. and I'm still. It could be a oh, what do you call that? Oh, not a fake. It's a what's that word? It could still be a satire. A satire still could be. Let's just call it satire. Is another word, but it still could be a satire video at this point, you know. But I don't know. The silence is deafening. You really are you, dude. You've got to be dedicated to make it through, dude. 31 seconds of silence. That's tough, dude. That's like modern art. Nobody does that. You can't hold a person's attention that long. Like Crestfallen does it, dog. He does it. Now there's some you know, I wish I could record live video. I'll get there, guys. I will. I get thwarted at every turn. But anyway, so at this point I'm thinking, okay, so I maybe I'm believing, maybe it's a parody. That's the word I was looking for. Maybe it's a parody video at this point still. Like I'm still waiting for the bass line to kick in, you know. So I'm thinking, okay, this Schumacher person, you know, like at this point, I'm still kind of thinking that he's labeling this guy as, you know, yeah, this guy, he's David Schumacher's younger brother, right? That's how gangster, you know, Florida gangster he is, right? So, you know, David's younger brother Richard is mauled by canine dogs. So at this point, you know, and I didn't even notice the word dog until like when I came back and read the description again. So that's how I was skimming over this stuff, and I haven't even really gotten past a lot of this. Uh, okay, keep going. So anyway, so I'm thinking, okay, so this whoever this person is, he's going to be pulled over by the cops, right? Now at this point in the video, and I guarantee you, if you've watched the video, there's a slight little detail that you have not seen, and that I just now saw a second time, and I'm hopefully I'll remember to come back to that little detail, and it has to do with an object that you see moving like around here when the cop car that you're in is way further back. There's an object that you see moving like a UFO almost. You'll see it. Matter of fact, well, I don't want to give nothing away, but yeah, that guy right there, dude. His world is about to change. Now, at this point, hopefully you can see it in the video. Well, I mean, let's see here. Is that any better? Yeah, this guy. Oh boy. Oh boy. You do yourself a favor, man. Just pause this video, click the link, go, go. So anyway, so at this point, I have no idea that that stuff's there. I'm totally oblivious. So I'm watching this. I'm watching this car right here. So let's pause and move forward a little bit. Okay, now traffic is moving forward across the railroad tracks, right? And I'm still watching this car, you know. I'm still watching this car thinking that this, you know, come on, cops. They're cops. They pull over cars, right? Not if you're part of the Schumacher clan. That you will soon find out. Oh my gosh. So here we go. I'm watching. I'm still focused on the car. I don't even think I'm even aware of this object over here. Okay. Now, at this point in the video, originally, you know, up until that point you saw when the video began, where that's where I stopped. I don't like to spoil surprises for myself. Now, here's something that the first time I saw the video, I didn't recognize, but I saw it just now in doing this as we're moving forward. This person on this bike hits the little button. He stops his bicycle, he hits the button so that he can get the light to go across, right? But again, when I first saw the video, I had not seen that part yet. So, but I'm just pointing that out. You'll see it when you look at the video. Hopefully, I should put a spoiler alert or something. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but just let people know. Spoiler alert. Uh, Maybe they want to watch the video first. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so I'm still focused on this car. Let's move forward a little bit. Now, in the original, the first time I watched it, now my vision got, my attention got split between two things. This is the first kind of moment I took attention of this guy, right? Because I'm like, well, you know, I'm thinking it's this, but now what about this character, right? A dude on a freaking bicycle, right? And then here's where it gets, and I'm still not sure though. That's the thing. I still am not sure. So hold on. God, are we filming? Shit. I don't know. I kind of lost. But anyway, so now, I've taken attention of this guy over here. This is the first time I noticed that this dude has no shirt on. Immediately at that moment, right? Where it was like, you know, 90% the cop's going to pull over this person, or 99.9. Okay, originally 99.9. It was originally 100%. Then it drops to 99.9 when I saw that there's a bicycle guy way back here. So he got a 0.1% interest, whatever. At the moment that I saw that this dude had no shirt on, okay, instantly I'm like, okay, 5% chance, 95% chance. Okay, so let's continue on. Now remember, as you watch the video, it's still silent, right? And one thing I started noticing was his lackadaisical attitude on the bicycle, man. He's just so lackadaisical, man. Just not a care in the world. He's just free burden it, man. He's free burden, free of all burden, right? Free of all burden. And so now it's like 10% this guy, 90% this guy, because this car is kind of, but remember now it's silence, and so you're like, well, what is going on? What's really happening? So then I'm thinking, okay. As this video does progress, I'm like, okay, well then, if this is what this video is about, this guy, if the cop messes with this guy, had to have been because he like ran the, whatever. Even though he hit the button, he looks like there's still the red hand or the red don't cross yet, whatever. So let's go ahead a little bit more. Okay, at this point, okay, you'll notice the bike is out of view. What's happened? You'll see the car, the police car, come across, right? And the dude is he's just freeballing, man. Just freeballing on his bicycle. But then what happens is, instead of going onto the sidewalk like a normal person would do, he hooks a right and like doesn't even go on the sidewalk. It appears like I mean, I'm not going to replay the video. You can see it, but as you're going across, it just looks like he just suddenly cuts a right. Like he somehow becomes aware. He's aware that the cop is there. I mean, and I know from the moment he crossed that street, I think that Schumacher, this Schumacher, the younger Schumacher, oh, that's how I have to refer to him as, so we don't get our words confused. Younger Schumacher. He just cuts a right, doesn't even get to the sidewalk, cuts a right. So at that point, I'm like, okay, this is like 60% going to be this guy, 40% this guy. Because the first time you see this video, you don't know. You really don't know what's happening. Because this guy is just some dude on a bicycle. Cops don't pull over dudes on bicycles. Come on, man. Come on, even though it's Florida, right? But so I'm still, I'm like, well, this guy did do something weird. Okay, let's 50-50. Okay, 50-50. This guy did a turn violation or something, but this guy, who knows? Who knows? So, still moving forward. So, at this point, what I'm thinking, as I'm watching this video, this car, the police car is going to cross over. So, I'm thinking, well, if the police car suddenly, makes a turn, right, at this intersection right here, well, then obviously it was the bicycle guy. So let's continue on a little bit. Okay, so now at this point, the cop car has continued ahead. So I'm like, oh, okay, so obviously, so now it's back to 90%, well, 99% really. He's gonna something to do with this car up here. 99%. The other guy on the bicycle was it's one of those things like, wow, I wish it was that guy. That would have been hilarious, man. That would have been hilarious. All right, so let's move a little forward. Okay, the cop is actually kind of accelerating a little bit. He's going straight. Obviously, he's following this car, at a distance, right? Okay. Let me just go ahead and freeform this shit. Boom! It's the bicycle guy. It's the bicycle guy. There's no doubt now. It's the bicycle guy. And look, boom! There he is. Whoop whoop. Puts the whoopee lights on him and everything. And look at his just nonchalantness, man. Nonchalantness. He is, and dude, come on, guys. That's a what they call a beach cruiser. That's one of the buys from Walmart. It's probably 200 bucks or something, dude. That bitch be stolen, dude. I guarantee you, he came up on a stolen bicycle charge, and he is just free birding on that bicycle, dude. When you see this bike is really cool. I hope we could find the make and model of this bike, man, because it is the Schumacher Cruiser, dude. It is so cool. Your hands are up in the air. It's something just a beach cruiser, man. Look at him, and dude, he gets the whoopee lights, and dude, he his first mistake, he ignores. He tries to play that game where you're like, don't make eye contact, just act like you don't hear him. And the cop calls out to him multiple times. You, yes, you on the bicycle. Stand still, Wyatt. Right? Oh my god. He totally calls out to the guy multiple times, dude. Calls out to him. So let me do a time check real quick. I gotta get this posted before anybody else does. In literature, there's a writing technique, or there's a tool or whatever. It's called foreshadowing. It literally is. It's a tool used in writing literature. It's called foreshadowing, where you literally give hints to what's coming in the future, dude, in the video, right? At like 1 point, probably 1.08, right? You can hear the dog, Joseph Wonderler style. I guarantee you, dude, if Joseph Wonderler were to watch this video, he'd get a hard on so fast, dude. You can hear the dog. He's already barking, dude. And the younger Schumacher is, dude, look at that bike. See, it's got that bike. It's got the white wall tires. Oh, wow. I want one of them bikes, man. And it's got those cool, look at them handlebars. They come straight up, man. That is just gangster styling. Stolen. I guarantee you that bicycle's stolen. If it wasn't reported stolen, right? Like, so, I've had bikes stolen. I never went to the cops reported it. I'm like, it's a bike. Even if it wasn't reported stolen, I guarantee you it's fucking stolen, dude. That's not the kind of bike that David Schumacher, not David, Richard Schumacher, we need to get used to his name. Richard Schumacher would go to Walmart and buy for 200 something dollars. Nah, he wouldn't do that. So, yeah, you can hear the dog, dude, and it's foreshadowing. It is foreshadowing of what is about to come. And I'm telling you, dude, oh my God. Wow. Oh, that's all I can say, man. Wow. Wow. It almost looks like he has a mustache, but I think that's the pixelation or something. But, yeah. Foreshadowing, dogs. Foreshadowing. Okay, at this point, Schumacher has just exited the view, and you hear the cop go, "Yo!" He says, "Yo!" See, he's speaking Schumacher's language, man. He's speaking his language. The younger Schumacher. He's speaking to him in the language. He says, "Yo!" And dude, the dog is just barking like crazy. Oh my god! And you're only 1 minute 12 into the video, and guys, I've only gotten like to 9:16 or something. Wow. And I'm going to say it right now, dude. Well, I don't want to give away any spoilers, so I don't want to give away any more than I already have. But at this point, you are just fully just immersed is the only way I could say. You were just fully focused on this video, man. Oh my gosh. Yo! He says, "Yo!" And this the Schumacher character just keeps on rolling, man. He's just free burden, free burden. And I guarantee you, Schumacher took that right because he thought he was going to ditch the cop. And dude, you know, I don't know, man. There was no way that he could escape once he was on the radar. What once you're on a scope, your ass is through. Look, you might take it as a trip, but like Ren is on a gangster tip straight out of Compton. What? Yeah, so he was straight on the scope, man. There's just no way he was getting away anyway. And I could see what he was, and I guarantee you, homeboy was drunk and freaking probably, picked up a decoy. Probably just leaving a decoy's house right now. And dude, oblivious. The guy is just totally oblivious. And what he's thinking is that he can just ignore the cop and say, well, I didn't see him. Come on, dude. You're not 79 years old in Florida and a legitimate retiree, right? You're a criminal in Punta Gorda. You're 20 something years old, dude, and you're on the scope, dude. They got you, man. If the cops, when they get you, dude, don't fight it, man. Just, gosh, I happen to know law enforcement.